The pressure is on. The pressure is on. Now, NUP, National Unity Platform, under scrutiny. Yes, under scrutiny. If you do not know, the party has started rolling out cards for, I think, councillors and chairpersons of different places. Those who have applied to get cards now. There is drama. There is one thing that you have to expect. One thing you have to expect in every election. It is not just limited to the NRM. One thing that you have to expect every election that we have in Uganda, there has to be drama. And if you think this is only limited to political parties, oh my goodness, you are wrong. I remember after returning from the Mandela Washington Fellowship, we had elections for the alumni. Oh my goodness. Elections for the alumni, not a political party. But believe it or not, I don't want to spill out the beans of what happened in those elections. Just know it's never easy. The only difference is when it comes to these other political parties, the only difference is you can literally see the hand of the NRM operating right through all these different political parties. Whenever they're going through their preliminaries, you can see it. I am going to do something very different. Let's watch this video. But before I share this video, I would like you to consider subscribing. It helps me out. It pushes these videos to a wider audience. Click like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Believe it or not, I am on the road towards 1,000 subscribers. At the moment, I am just a few subscribers before making 300. So let's get it to 500 at least before September. Oh, September is just one day from now. Yeah, it can be a miracle. Make it a miracle. Let's make 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. For now, please allow me to share this video. What is happening in the National Unity Platform and what should concern us the most when it comes to the contestants, their response. Let us look through the attitude of these contestants that have failed to get party cards. Yeah, I'm going to share this video. It's coming from the NTV. Yeah, credit goes to NTV.
Today, the National Unity Platform Party started releasing lists of their local government flag bearers for the 2026 elections. While handing over the results to the party leadership yesterday, the Electoral Management Committee chairperson, Harriet Chemtai, confirmed that people they have selected are the right ones to take the party's vision forward.
Most of these people did not even sleep because we had to make sure that we produce the best candidates for this country.
Today, some party members who failed to get party cards to contest have expressed their dissatisfaction with the party officials, accusing them of being corrupt with no vision to take the party forward.
Some of us have many questions because the party asked us the ground. Yes. And we went to the ground. Now they're asking us, those people they gave who are on the NUP list, are they on the ground or in the office?
We are doing everything possible for Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu to be the president of the country. Yeah. Unfortunately, they are selecting people, they are not vetting people. Yes. The numbers that have been given the card, that have been selected, are not the people that have been on the ground.
Some claim that they have supported the party for a long time, from the time of the People Power movement, and offered everything to the struggle to liberate Uganda.
We've been with our chief mobilizer for long. We've been traveling countries. We've been traveling regions. We've done everything possible. We fought for the party. We are here for the foot soldiers, for the common people. But Mr. President, the party is in captivity. The party is not for NUP. The party is in the NRM.
I have done everything possible. I've been on the ground, and even now the ground is also crying to me. They are crying to me. They are telling me, if you don't come as a flag bearer of NUP, we shall either vote NRM instead, but we shall not vote Nabukal Arima.
As you know, our party constitution says when you run as an independent, you lose your party membership. It would be good for all of us to continue moving as a party. Because when everybody came to participate in this process, I believe they understood that out of the 6 or 7 candidates, only one candidate would emerge winner. So we want to encourage our people. I know, those who have suffered electoral defeats in the past know how it hurts. People have invested money, they have made posters, they've done what. So we would encourage them, and in the coming days, the party will put in place a harmonization process to try to reach out to those who did not get tickets.
Others have accused some of the successful nominated party flag bearers of having offered bribes to secure party flags.
I told you, people are coming to us, even in Uganda. People have been telling you that they come to us, asking us money to connect us to those people who will be farm to our cards.
Anybody, any single person who has information that their opponent bribed to get a card, or that they themselves bribed and they did not get a card, please bring that proof to us. At the end of the last election, there were many such allegations. We came out and told people to bring the evidence. Up to now, nobody has brought that evidence.
Candidates for local government leadership positions will start picking the nomination forms from the Electoral Commission next week on September 3rd. This has left the dissatisfied contenders to wonder whether the party will be able to address their complaints in 3 days.
It is like a script. You cannot tell us that you're giving us 3 days, yet the nomination days is coming. Wednesday is the nomination day for EC. The board, the executive, you should come out and tell us the truth. Where should we go?
Party officials say they'll deal with complaints from party members who are not satisfied with the results.
There is a committee, of course, which is receiving complaints. Unfortunately, that committee has a short time because by Wednesday next week we should be starting the nomination process of the Electoral Commission.
Before I share my opinion when it comes to the attitude of these contestants that are so disappointed for not receiving cards and insisting that there is blatant corruption. Well, they could have evidence. The Secretary General, as you have already watched that video, has asked for them to bring that evidence of whoever was soliciting in any way, any amount of money, just so that they could get a party card. Now, I want to first read out the statement of Sauda Madada. Her response after she was not given a card. This is what she posted on her social media. I want to congratulate all fellow comrades who were able to secure our party cards. I thank my party, the National Unity Platform, for the fairness shown in this process. Unfortunately, I did not get a ticket to represent my Kampala Central people, but I will continue serving in my capacity. Now, Sauda Madada has recently faced so much heat from many supporters of the National Unity Platform, especially online, because of the candidate of her choice when it comes to the woman MP. There is such animosity towards her in regards to this because, of course, on the other hand, there is woman MP Shamim Malende. Now, of course, Shamim Malende is facing a challenge from another lady who seems to be pushed by Sauda Madada. Shamim Malende is not somebody that you can just push under the carpet, because she is so instrumental when it comes to fighting for political prisoners, when it comes to always being present in whatever hearing that happens, save for those times when she has been bedridden. But of course, Sauda Madada has received so much heat for leaning towards her challenger. Yeah, there is that. But if, of course, she has accepted that, okay, regardless of what the NUP has decided, I'm going to be behind them. So this is the attitude. And I salute Sauda Madada for now. I don't know what might change. You know, people change. I salute Sauda Madada. That is the attitude. You are vying for one position, and there are 6 people who were supposed to, who are showing interest in that one position. 6 people are showing interest for the party card. The party has to choose one person. One person. And just because you did not get that position, you display your attitude. Here is the biggest problem we are facing in our politics, because unfortunately these positions have become jobs. I remember a time when I was already convinced. I was so convinced that there was no opposition in Uganda, and to a certain degree, I think I was right. Yes, to a certain degree. And this is not in any way to slate the work of Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye. I was never on board with him. I did, however, align with the message of change in so many ways, because, of course, anybody that has been awake to the politics of Uganda must know that Yoweri Kaguta Museveni's best interests are for his family. Yeah, for his family, not national interest in any way. Everything you can see. You judge people by their fruits. You judge them by their fruits. So during that time, my friend was vying to become a councillor in the region of Kanyanya. I remember telling him that if I was to ever join politics, regardless of the fact that I don't align with the national resistance movement, I would try to seek a party card from the NRM. Because at least I can fight that party within. I can be like a little Trojan horse within the NRM. And on top of that, I am guaranteed to be facilitated because they give a lot of incentives. And this is already our money. So why not? If I am going to run for any political office, I would go undercover into the NRM because, of course, everything that is happening in Uganda, unfortunately, which is why I have such huge respect for anybody that goes on another party card, going full throttle as an opposition member in parliament. There are so many challenges. On top of being persecuted, you are broke. The electorate are expecting so much from you because of what you promised. And on top of that, you were not even fully aware what are the demands of that office you're vying for. So many people think that the member of parliament is the one supposed to be building roads, the one supposed to be building hospitals, buying ambulances. No, that is not the job of the member of parliament. And many people also think the same. Councillor, you're supposed to be out there doing. No, these people are supposed to make sure that they plan. They are supposed to make sure that the priorities of their area are considered and that there are checks and balances. They're supposed to help in creating a framework that is addressed right from the executive, filtering through the legislature, and of course as the judiciary. But now, those 3 institutions, the major arms of government, are under compromise. They have all been swallowed up in one particular party. And it's not even just the executive, it is the NRM party. Everything runs through the NRM. And all the money has been sucked into that big mafia institution, which means that with the majority of young people that are looking to interest themselves in positions like becoming LC councillors or chairpersons, they look at this as their last resort, which is why they are disgruntled. They are so disgruntled because this was a job. They must have even gotten loans to print out all these posters. They are forgetting that with this comes entitlement to the positions that obviously what guarantees them that even after getting this party card that they will win an election. With this environment in which the NRM uses every force, not just money, but the military to rig elections. What if they give you that party card? What guarantee do you have that you will protect your vote and become the councillor or the chairperson of your region? still you will lose big. At the moment, the NUP could be actually saving you from another embarrassing defeat. Not because they have beaten you free and fairly, but because the machine of the military might not even allow you to take that office. So with all this entitlement that is on display, with the threats that we are seeing, young people threatening that they will join the NRM, this just shows that you are never for change. You were never for change. You're literally exposing yourself. There are political prisoners who have done a lot more. You are in a privileged position. There are people who are in prison. They are detained just for saying that they want Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu to be the next president. And here you are with your entitlement, stating categorically that you have done so much, you're doing so much in your power to ensure that Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu becomes the next president. There is no empathy in your statements. People have lost their lives trying to support Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. People have been unalive. People have been tortured. People have been raped. They have lost their limbs. Some of them, their lives will never be the same physically. Others have fled the country simply because they decided to support Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. And here you are making all those threats. It shows that you were never for change. You're literally exposing yourself, my friend. This is what I can only say here. You're literally exposing yourself. This entitlement, the politics of entitlement, is rooted in ignorance. And there is no other way I can state this, because without civic education, you will completely understand that individuals that are involved in the politics of our country are found wanting. Democracy has been so derailed to the point that no one trusts each other because of how much of the influence of the NRM has created a culture of impunity. There's a lady who was asked, who tell us who called you asking for money. She could not answer. She started stammering. The Secretary General is asking, bring the evidence. Even last time, when the party was just doing its first rodeo in terms of getting involved in fully fledged selection of individuals running for different offices, all these allegations were unfounded. They asked for evidence and there was no evidence presented. So before you start making these outrageous allegations, I think it is important to consider that you're hurting more people than you actually realize. You're hurting more people. You're making those that are locked up in prison just so because of their political opinion feel even more hopeless in their desire for a country that is run differently. This is what I want us to be concerned about when it comes to the attitude of these contestants that have such a huge entitlement towards attaining a party card. You lose some, you win some, you do. But I cannot blame you because you see, every action has an equal resisting reaction. The most unfortunate bit about this is because that most of the action that has been imposed against the people of Uganda remanifests itself with such behavior because of misguidedness. The mentors that were supposed to guide us have made us to only consider positions in leadership as jobs as opposed to being of service to the country. You see, when I started out my business in Uganda, I had this mantra of mine, purpose beyond profit. And I operated my business mostly as an NGO, despite the fact that it was registered as a company. Yeah, and I went all out making sure that my company is one of the few living companies that prioritizes outreach in community and engages young people and ensures that while we grow as an entity, there is every chance that anybody that we encounter on our creative journey, because it was an art gallery as well as a design enterprise. This way, we could create jobs organically right from the grassroots, equip young people with creative leadership skills that many would find valuable, purpose beyond profit. And the problem is there isn't as many people who would even think of their positions in governance or in leadership to be of much more service beyond attaining monetary gains. That's the unfortunate bit. The youngest population in the world, one of the youngest population in the world, so many young people have been left disgruntled. Not everyone is supposed to be vying for a political position. They could be better off somewhere doing business, but now the limitations have forced so many people to chase for a position in the political leadership of our country, which is so unfortunate. There's so many innovators, creatives that are supposed to be doing something completely different, not vying for leadership in governance. But that's what it is. It gets down to that. Many people think that speaking out so loud, you are suddenly qualified. Because you greet everyone in the neighborhood, you're suddenly qualified to be chosen as the party flag bearer. Enough is enough. Guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is me signing out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah.